Hello everyone, and welcome back to Let's Play Pillars of Eternity. I'm your host, Colors Fade. It's episode 43, and we are here at this tower in Heritage Hill. And I wonder, the massive stone door of the tower is sealed, and there doesn't appear to be a way of opening it at all. Speak the words you learned from the leaden key, Acolyte. And we're in. Oh my goodness. Okay. Well then. Oh, here we go. This is going to be hard. Okay. Pelagina. Alright. You're going to attack this. You're going to kick this thing down. I am going to give me a flame sword. You're going to smack all these guys around. You're going to do your freebie. Pelagina. Hit this thing. Oh, we lost sound somehow. Okay, now I need you to steal. Yeah, grab that. Oh, nice. Pelagina totally roasted that mage over there. That's cool. Shoot, my friend. We lost some. There we go. The sound is back. Let's rip some of this off right here. This sword looks badass. Oh my gosh. I get 3 per rest of that thing. Did you see that? That thing looked so friggin' cool. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna like having that. I can't believe I didn't find that my first couple of playthroughs. I don't remember ever having that. That thing is neat. Okay, what do we have here? Trintig's letter. Dearest mother and father, I would be pleased to hear that I have learned much already since coming to the city. There are many incredible ruins nearby, and Master Greg has allowed me to accompany him on a number of expeditions. I'm writing to you from inside an ancient Nguithan tower. There's an entire district built up around it, but the locals have mostly left the tower untouched. They have let us set up temporary living quarters here, so our work can continue uninterrupted. It is an unsettling place at times, but Master Greg has been constant comfort. And he is quick to remind me that the things we learn from this tower may one day help us find a cure for Wide One's legacy. I'd better get some rest now. Mr. Greg likes to get an early start to the day. Crumpled page from Aldhelm's journal. Day 7. A week of study and we're still none the wiser about this device. Trindig remains optimistic. I don't know what I'd do without his spirit. Okay. Well then. That's not entirely helpful. They were living down here. Lumpy mattress, smells of old straw, but whoever slept here last made it neatly. Hold on. Everybody get over here. There we go. Okay. Yeah, they're gonna change their minds. Alright, go attack. I will do... You're gonna do this, and I will do some stealing of some kind. I will grab this revenant.
I'm ready.
You will tear down this guy.
Aye?
And you will smack down some people over here.
God,
God, she is great at taking out those skeletal wizards. She's like, yeah, that's not happening. Give me some more of this raw damage, baby. Boink. Oh, man. The group. For the group, as Jahira used to say. For the group. Another one. Day 2, we've completed our measurements of the machine, thanks to Trindig's useful agility. Further examination is required to discover its intended use. Yeah, well, I can tell you it's not going to be what you think it is. Oh, there's an upstairs. Okay. Let's go, boys and girls. Pelagina. Nail this guy.
What?
And I will do my usual stealing of the... Oh, there's another one in there, though. I'm going to have to get up there and get it. These guys can't be charmed, can they? No. Okay. Switch to this. Or, if you can't do that, shoot. Pelagina. Shoot. This guy. Aloth. Shoot.
Still alive?
Shoot.
I need something sharp.
Ayla. Okay, move up here. Do this. There we go. There we go.
I'm ready.
Anything
Nice and
funky
quiet.
going on in here? Okay. No one has used this bed in weeks. Upstairs.
Found something.
Oh. Let's head upstairs and see what we can find. Yes, I see you, fat cat, staring at me. Attack!
I'm ready.
Pelagina. Switch over. Me. Switch over. Okay. You've got a lot going on here. Can you steal that real quickly? Okay. You attack that.
I'm ready.
Pelagina. Kill the Revenant. Smack these guys around.
Aye.
Do your magic, and I will move in this direction. Okay, I'm here, and I'm gonna do this, there. And I'm just gonna attack this guy. And I'm gonna do this.
Aye?
I know, do your best here. Give them some beetles, maybe, or do this. Do that first.
I'm ready.
Pelagina, let's do the whole group. Turn power back
I'm
on.
ready.
Hit this thing. Uh-oh. Oh. Oh, this guy is... Sorry, Pelly. Sorry. Sorry about that. Oh my gosh. Okay, get down here. Hit this. What do I have else going on over here? How's my defense looking? How long do I got this for? For 27 more seconds? Okay. Can I kill this thing? Yep. Go over here and do Silent Scream. Silent Night. Oh my goodness. I just killed 3 of them all at once there. That was awesome. The Silent Scream is going to end up being pretty dope for a while, I think. That is a nice little spell. It's got some good range. The scroll contains a pen and ink diagram of the Aja device running through the tower. What did it say? Despite copious measurements and careful drawn detail, it gives no indication of the machine's purpose. Works of the Ingwithans, a comprehensive guide.
A blade in the dark.
Danger mouse. Day 11. Finally got out of the tower to clear our heads. Beast, take the patrons. We'll finish the study on our own terms, our own time. Just as I said as much to Trindig, the sky came to life with a stray lightning. I said, it's a good omen. But the poor lad spooked. Only cure for that is a good night's sleep. I don't think he's going to get a good night's sleep. Okay, let's do this. You punks, they're coming for you.
I'm ready.
Zap this thing.
Yeah.
And I will do... Let's just go up there and start. That's, yeah, not much is going to happen there. Day 10. Patrons grow impatient with the lack of quantifiable results. They should drag themselves out of their mansions and spend a few nights there if they think it's so easy. Getting a little testy, are we? Pulling, pounding energy in the machine feels even stronger up here. There's a ring. Aldhelm, I did indeed receive your recent summons, as well as the two that came before it. I'd been waiting for you to present yourself on my doorstep so that I could give you my answer in person, a firm and unwavering no. I won't help you. In fact, I relish the idea of you and your team of glorified engineers sitting in that tower, sweating over the runes I've studied for years. Nothing gives me greater pleasure than knowing that my research, which you've long disparaged, is the missing piece in your mundane little puzzle. As you well know, it's knowledge I've always valued. I'm just around the corner. I encourage you to find me should you wish to rehash this conversation in person. Acantha. Oh, Acantha. Our friend Acantha. And what is this? Arcane Damper. What's that? What's one intellect? Beneficial effects suspended for 15 seconds. Oh. Okay. Well then. Oops. Didn't mean to do that. Let's go this way then. Looks like there's still more of the tower here. We can go up even further. Well then, I wasn't intending for this episode to be this long, but this tower has got in my way. Here we are. At the top.
This configuration. Still nothing. Confounded device.
Taxes collected. Lost some to the bandits. Aldhelm. A man hunches over the strange mechanism, his spine a sharp ridge rising from his arched back. He's barely clothed in filthy rags, and the patches of skin you see are mottled green. A spoiled stench emanates from him. He's so intent on his work that he doesn't notice you until your shadow falls over him. And when he turns and sees you, he snarls and scuttles behind the Adra pedestal. Only his bared teeth seem to have escaped decay. His eyes are yellowed and bloodshot, but they flicker with intelligence. He averts his gaze and holds a hand in front of his face.
Shouldn't be here. What do you want?
Tell me what happened here.
That's what I'm trying to figure out.
He smashes a fist into the Adra pillar. His hand makes a crunching noise but doesn't bleed.
Forgive me. Forgive me. Research. We came to do research on the tower. Some commission from gods. It hardly matters now.
Aloth's lips twist in disgust. If I had a copper skate for every fool animancer who thirst for knowledge led to disaster, well, I never would have ended up in Gilded Vale, that's for sure. Keep talking, Aldhelm.
Something happened on our 11th night. Lights in the sky and a static charge in the air. But we were so careful. We were staying in the chambers below. Trindig, my assistant, said he saw a robed figure lurking around the tower. Wore a mask. Carried knives at his sides. A trick of shadows, I told him. The next morning, we felt strange. Like we hadn't eaten in weeks. So dazed that we didn't at first notice the blood around our beds. The strange wounds that had appeared overnight. And the machine. This cursed spire. dormant for 2,000 years, lifeless through hundreds of our experiments, and we wake that morning to find it spinning on its own. On its own! How can we stop what we couldn't start? Years I've been doing this. Years. I know how these things work, but I don't know how this happened. Nowhere to go. That's the problem. Their souls are trapped here like flies in a jar, clinging to rotting meat.
Slow down. What does the machine have to do with souls?
No time to slow down. But I can explain. Hold a magnet over iron splinters and they stick, yes? Rub your hand over weir wool and the hair of your head will follow it. So it is with this machine.
He looks at you and runs his tongue along the edges of his fine, strong teeth. Quickly looks away.
It has the power to manipulate souls, but why? For what? And how many others lie buried in the ruins of Erglanfath? No. Focus on this one. It's imprisoned our souls in our bodies. Cut the root between essence and flesh. Left a dwindling soul stuck in a shriveling husk.
There was a stranger in the tower the night this happened?
I didn't see him. My assistant, he saw him. We laughed. Said he was spooked by the cemetery. Perhaps it was already too late. I don't know what he did. But by morning the machine was on and we were slain. People were already on the streets, complaining of neighbors and family members acting strangely.
You're not like the gulls in the street.
Not yet. But I will be. My body is dead. My soul, imprisoned in this corpse, only makes it seem otherwise. And as the body decays, so does the mind. Until nothing is left but the hunger. The only way to forestall the process is through a regular infusion of essence. Living flesh is the only ready supply. I'm not proud of any of it. Hunting men and women in the early days of the affliction. Picking off soldiers that came to investigate. But I'd do it again. I'll do it as long as I must to end this disaster. You could help. Help me end this. Help me find sustenance.
What happened to the rest of your team?
By the time I realized what had happened, the district had already been sealed. So we fed when we needed, and locked ourselves in the tower to work. And then there came a time when the hunger struck, and there was hardly anyone left.
How can I help?
Not your help I need. It's Harridan, shrew. Squanders her research on frivolities, then refuses to make herself useful. Runes. The runes are the last part of the puzzle. Acantha knows them. She gives them to you, and you can turn the machine off. Release our souls.
I see. Well, I'll get the words from Acantha.
Yes. Acantha. She was here. In the district. Probably here still. Always prepared. Clever lady, that one. And perhaps you bring me something. Something to keep me sharp. Then I show you a secret about the machine. Something to make you strong.
This is an animancer in his natural state, Watcher. Never has he respected the sanctity of the god's creation. Only now he no longer has the cunning to hide it. He should be put down like a sick animal, although not without first putting his spirit to the flames test. All right, we have to go get her. Proceed to the bottom. Well, let's go find Acantha. We know where she is. We'll go see her. So we just got a quest because we got taxes and we have the Forgotten Hollow reward. 15% experience. Weirwood Ring expires in 25 hours. 20 years ago, a woodsman in Loghome had a gift bearer of Andra bury the painful memories of his dead wife somewhere in the dense forest known as Blackweir. Since his recent death, his daughters have been searching for information about her mother. Her father left no clues, and the gift bearer has only been seen twice by locals in the last decade. That sounds like a job for Sagini. So she can do it. And now we will see Acantha. If she's going to be nice to us.
You return.
I need the
What have you come
words.
seeking this time?
I need the words that operate the Ingwithan machine in the tower.
That fool Aldhelm. He sent you, didn't he? I can hardly believe he's had the cleverness to survive. That simpleton thinks he can understand how to use something without understanding what it is, or why it is.
You feel a hot core of pride smoldering at the center of her soul.
He dabbles with ancient and powerful devices, with all the finesse of a blacksmith. He sends you here to petition me for aid after years of disparaging my research. I'll bet he didn't even tell you the tower's name, did he? That's his problem. Always looking for solutions without caring for meaning.
Tell me the tower's name.
Teir. It's called Teir. They built the machine atop it to contain souls, hold them in place. But the others I've seen, machines scattered all over the Deerwood, are relays, built to move souls.
Where would they move souls?
Another mystery. Hypothetically, anywhere they wished. The real question, as always, is why? To intermix them the way a player shuffles his deck, the way a farmer rotates his fields? To collect them like butterflies under glass? To melt them down for raw essence? Unfortunately, I don't know.
Why would the Ingwithans have wanted to tether souls like this?
Perhaps they didn't. Perhaps that's why they built no other machines like this one. We now see the Ingwithans as masters of soul manipulation, but they couldn't have attained their expertise without copious trial and error. Perhaps this was one such experiment.
You seem to know a lot about Teir.
I read the runes like a journal. I understand their meaning. People like Aldhelm try to read them like instructions, and in so doing, they miss their true meaning completely.
So how do you operate the machine atop it?
Back to these tinkers' concerns. And what would you do with these tethered souls if I told you?
I'd release them.
So you say. And just what would you release them to? They'd abandon their existence here for another somewhere else, equally aimless and meaningless.
I could help you, but I won't. The pride lodged in her soul flares up, twisting into the shape of something that writhes and squeals within her. Here, I have specimens aplenty, and time enough to observe them all. It's every scientist's dream. My answer is no. Extinguish Acantha's pride. The vampire doesn't seem to notice as you wrap your mind around the squalling, burning mass. However, it sears your very bones. You jump back, crying out in pain. I won't abandon this opportunity. These souls will remain here with me, and I'll accomplish more than any animancer in the history of the field. And who will know about it? The pride thing flickers as the flames around it abate. All I've learned, years of studying the Ingwithan language, no one understands it better than me. That counts for something. Knowledge is meaningless unless it's shared. A foolish and false sentiment. Knowledge is meaning. It needs no external purpose. Your opportunities here are finite. One day that knowledge will die with you. The pride hisses and sputters. It's little more than an ember now. You're wrong. There's no conviction in her words. I'll build it forever. I'll cling to it. That will give me something. Teach me what you know. I'll make sure that it grows and your legacy lives on. Your words finally quench her pride, and all that remains is a blackened diamond-hard rock. You cast it away, where it melts into the darkness.
So be it. My studies and efforts shall grow through yours. These are the words you need.
Her cold, dry fingertips rest on your temples, and you feel her reaching into your mind, forming images from the darkness. Runes flash through your head, but they no longer just pictures. They have meaning, and you understand them. They're commands. Something triggers in your mind, a distant memory unearthed from a past life long since buried. You can see a vast array of runes, far more than Acantha has shown you. And you know their sound and their meaning and how they fit together. The language of Engwith, once more at your command.
Something has awakened in your mind. You understand far more than I ever did. Take this knowledge then, and do what you will with Teir Nowneth. Now that you understand its purpose, it will serve you in whatever way you wish.
Interesting. You said the other towers around the Deerwood were constructed to move souls. Why would the Engwithans have wanted to do that? Another mystery. Hypothetically, anywhere they wish. The real question is, we said that. Okay. So, explain how the controls work. What do I do with the tower now that I know these
Turn it
words?
off, I expect. That will be easy now that you can read the runes. The vessels would still roam, but striking them down would return their essence to the cycle. But be careful. That machine controls hundreds of souls, and that volume of essence could easily overload it. Improperly channeling the essence would destroy the machine along with the souls. It would be a terrible loss for posterity.
Out of the corner of his eye, Aloth gives you a sly look. It seems your ravenous new friend has just given us the key to ending this wretchedness for good. And now that we've seen what this machine is capable of, I do hope you're not squeamish about the loss of a few hundred souls. Explain how the controls work. Harnessing the power of Teir Nowneth is about understanding what it was designed to do. You know the words and their meanings. You can speak them, and the tower shall obey. Well, alrighty then. So here we are. Let's see what we can learn. Should we have a conversation with this old bloke first? Aldhelm looks much worse than before. His rotten flesh hangs loosely and sores have eaten away patches of his skin and his joints. He looks at you with a strange glimmer in his eyes.
Flesh.
He doubles over, coughing up strings of black bile. He seems to have forgotten about you for the moment. All right. Jagged Audra pillar rises up in front of you, encased in stonework and run through with copper veins. The panel is covered with runes, which you can now understand. You recognize the words for end and for hold. The dial is currently fixed on hold. You also recognize by an inscription that the manner in which you turn the dial is a means of throttling the device. Maximize the machine's throttle in the hopes of overloading the device. Muttering a command, you give the dial a violent twist. The moving spires spin faster and faster, wobbling from their axis. The light filling the machine quickly becomes too bright to behold. You look away and cover your ears, but the thunderous crash that follows shakes the floor beneath you. And when you look back, the machine is in ruins, never to be used again.
Still, and silent. It's finally over.
Yes, it is, my friend. All right, is there anything else on top here? Doesn't appear to be. Okay. Go to the bottom. I don't imagine anyone's in a hurry to meet us here. So Sagini has already returned from here. She gets a reward and she gets this ring. 5 damage reduction to corrode and freeze and immunity to stuck. The Wyrwood ring. And we are ready to exit this. There! That's the nice man who helped me, Sayeda says. And thank the Iron Arm for it. We'll get you sorted out of the keep. The tower! It's off! Does this mean the curse on Heritage Hill is lifted? It wasn't a curse, but yes, the district is safe again. I think it'll be some time before anyone will be willing to settle in the district again, but at least we can get started on restoring it. So, where do we need to go to finish the safe haven? That... Missing sentries. Should go to Crucible Keep and First Fires and tell her what happened. Okay, let's go see. Time to see Wyla. Your guards were charmed by the spirit of a woman named Lyra. I've gotten rid of her. By the flame you found her? My missing commander? She heaves a sigh and loses her gaze among the floor tiles. And she was calling to the watch from beyond the grave. Doesn't make sense, but nothing in that accursed district does. What happened to the soldiers under her spell? They didn't make it. I see. Nevertheless, thank you for your help. You've left me with as many questions as answers, but at least I know what happened to my troops and Commander Lyra. Please accept this as a token of my gratitude. If there's nothing else, I must attend to my duties. And Seda is here. She looks like she's had a bath and a few square meals. She smiles shyly. Well, there we go, folks. Safe haven's done. That's all done. Oh my goodness. Okay. Well, I think the thing to do now is going to be to head back to the keep and maybe do some of the endless paths. But for now, that bit of business is taken care of, folks. Thanks for hanging out with me. As usual, if you dig it, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, leave your questions and comments down below, and I'll see you next time. Until then, happy gaming, everyone.